All right, welcome to yet another match today. Three-digit World Cup 2023 semi-finals, Italy versus Canada. I am nautzz, joined by fieryrage. Hello.
Good morning, everybody in the West Coast. 9:30 a.m.
Good morning.
I imagine Canada is having a swell time right now, especially if they live in Vancouver. But in any case, losers bracket matchup for you guys here today. Italy versus Canada.
Italy yet again playing NA. It's fated to be.
As such, you know, always have to get through NA to do anything apparently in tournaments.
Yeah.
But yeah, winner of this, I believe, plays Poland, as they already won their losers bracket match earlier this week. And the loser of this is out of the tournament.
Yeah, elimination match.
Quite a lot at stake.
Yeah, definitely. Italy, I mean, frankly, it's impressive they're here. As I think it's not entirely unfair to say they have a three-man roster. They do have two more players on the team, but they're, you know, they're only in for a pinch. They are only in for a few handful of maps. It's largely going to be the staple of Dem, Arge, and Kurochi for almost every single map. But the thing I'm worried about on this pool for Italy is that tapping is a weakness of the team, and I think with the pools getting harder, it might start to matter quite a bit more. They're not going to be able to just combo through things in the same way.
Well, tapping is a concern. It is lucky for them, at the very least, that there are only really two super tapping intensive maps. Well, I guess three if you count No Mod 2. And one of them is banned. Free Mod 1 out of there. I imagine DT2 is going to be followed, or No Mod 2.
Yeah, absolutely. It would be the expectation. I'm not sure, though, what Canada would like to ban. Canada, I don't think, has as many kind of deep concerns, anything they really have to get rid of, as far as I know, at least. Might just be going for something, have some discomfort on, or find unpleasant for any reason. HR1 going to be the first ban for Canada. Just the HR consistency, which is certainly something that Italy should look good on, so can't blame them for that. Might just double ban aim consistency. Well, there's a good couple of maps that yeah, actually, it is going to be that. It is going to be the double aim consistency ban if they ban No Mod 1 as well.
I aim.
Just
leave it. Hit
farewell.
It 1. Italy, I imagine, is just going to be banning out No Mod 2 or DT2 here.
Yeah. Has Hidden 1 been played? Or... I don't think I've seen it.
I believe it has been played, yes.
Okay.
Was played during, I think, the last match.
Okay, okay. I can't say
I was played during the last
familiar
match.
with the difficulty. I guess it's Isomir, so I kind of know what to expect, but...
Okay, well, they banned DT2, but it seems like they're having second thoughts on that.
Yeah.
Never mind. They had second thoughts, and then they didn't have second thoughts.
Really makes you think.
Canada with the first pick now. Tapping maps remaining open, rather, are No Mod 2 and DT3. DT3, I'd argue, isn't really that much of a tapping map.
Italy can probably get away with kind of mashing through the beginning and getting away with something on that map. I don't think it's very abusable. The No Mod 2, I feel like, should be very abusable, though. It's, it depends. It's just hard to gauge for me, because I swear to God, every time I see these players from Italy, they can just somehow combo tapping, even if they don't get very good accuracies.
I mean, No Mod 2
seems like the cap on that just goes up. It is very intense.
Yeah,
so.
It's stamina intensive, especially at the very end of the map. It just kind of ramps up, and then next thing you know, you're kind of dying if you don't have stamina. It's going to be the first pick is DT1 on the side of Canada. Relatively easy map that we've seen quite a few teams have two AFCs on.
I
Name of
guess
the
this
game.
is something that's Canada favored. I'm not sure. I feel like Italy's pretty good on this.
I mean, the name of the game on this one is raw aim with a couple of bursts here and there. Not too intensive, though. At most, I believe, 6 notes around that. It's not too intensive. Main problem with this map is the direct stacks for quite a lot of the map. There's a lot of direct stacks for rhythms that you might not necessarily expect there to be direct stacks for.
There's like bursts into like half beat single taps underneath the end of it, or
No, it's just direct stacks scattered throughout the entire
Oh,
map.
okay,
It's
okay.
pretty awkward. If you played the map, it's not that big of a deal, but it is at least somewhat awkward.
yeah.
It's not what you'd expect, but Canada has a more than proficient DT roster. Should be more than fine on this. Meanwhile, Italy having Croce, Shadamorico, and GG in for this. Or Gigi, I don't know how it's pronounced.
Yeah, I think the instinct for me is to say GG as well, but hope it's correct. But yeah, given that it's, as you were saying, arguably one of the easier maps in the pool, should expect pretty high team scores from both sides.
That's kind of what you expect from DT1s, at least nowadays, as well as a lot of high combos, because everyone and their mom can play DT aim at this point.
Yeah.
It's
Rochi with an early break actually follows it up with yet another break. Is not good for them. Too slow, though does trade it a little bit later. Keeps things pretty even. The GG breaking as well for Italy is really bad. About a third of the way through the map.
at
Gonna start to hurt.
99%. Still holding on strong. Never mind. There goes
Okay.
Shadamorico. Just like
Italy's
that. That's what I get for saying literally anything. And Italy has no combo as they're down 300k now, while Canada is holding on to their double ed. Okay, goodbye. Everyone is just slider breaking on this map. It's not
Still
going to
a
matter, though.
sizable lead, yeah, for Canada. It's hard to imagine it mattering. It's looking like a far more effective pick than I imagined it being, but
Condor
I don't know whether
holding on
that's
to the
Italy underperforming or not.
Condor holding on to the FC, Shadow, and Curtis dropping. Condor is going to be dropping. I don't think it's going to matter, though. 400k points of difference, 1/4 of the map remaining, and Too Slow has a supporting combo. Not anymore! GG trades
Wow,
that.
no one can combo. This is what is
Yeah,
going on?
this is... I am kind of surprised no one can combo this map. Everyone is not having a fun time. I was saying this is one of the easier maps in the pool, and I guess I'm eating my own words. Gonna get a bit close at the end here, but still going to be a Canadian point. First pick for them goes as expected. On to Italy's first pick.
I imagine Italy will be chiding themselves for that one. That's, I mean, it feels like something where they clearly could have stolen this off Canada. I did see some frustration out of them after his first miss. Did not look none too pleased. But for Italy, I mean, if they want to brave the hidden pool, the hidden modification, hidden one is right there to go for any aim consistency. So I don't know that there's really any other options in terms of aim consistency. I don't think you get anything even remotely like that for the rest of the pool. Even the alt map is pretty funky for being a no-mod alt.
Well, if we're going off,
Interesting.
yeah, if we're going off what they did strong on previously, I think sticking to the hard rock is more than fine for them. Last week's Hard Rock 2, they had around, I believe, a 2 million team score. This one, more or less the same. Just a few kick slider streams that might throw you off guard.
Yeah, I think they're very breakable. It was in the Poland-France match. I think every Polish player had at least one break on one of those. France just kind of broke all over the place, but very missable map. It's if someone does manage to pull out an FC, I imagine it'll be consequential. Might carry the point home.
The section you're hearing right now where the song kind of goes God mode. The map accurately reflects that, and I imagine you're going to be seeing quite a lot of slider breaks or misses during those sections. Not really anywhere else, since the map is pretty straightforward outside of those sections. It is possible, but it's much less likely. In any case, Arch going to be swapping in on the side of Italy. We're going to be seeing Vesprit come in on the side of Canada, both their first maps. We'll see how well they do on the second map of the day here.
Well, early break for Condor.
Not going to be the end of the world. That was within the first 50 combo, and we have a 3-minute long map. Plenty of opportunity for those breaks to be traded, but Italy looking very comfortable. Cat.
It just
sometimes I really just need to shut up, I think.
Oh man.
Going to be traded out with the early break from Condor for now as we get into the first hard part here. We'll see how many people hold a combo here.
Okay. Not a lot of people, as Karochi and Vesprit are the only two left standing.
And there goes Vesprit. Karochi, 98%. Holding on to this combo pretty strong right now. Hits that first weird section rhythm right there. Just nailing these parts. She is going in. What is happening? Okay, and she has that section.
Yeah. I mean, it is the kind of map you expect Karochi to pop on. It's definitely...
We'll see if nerves get to her in any case. Half the map remaining, and she saw that she was the only combo, so... I imagine she's not going to be having that much of a fun time. But score lead is going to be building with that sizable combo lead. Oh god,
Karochi's shake on that. Maybe stabilized a little. Yeah, it was like one burst or something. Looked a bit shaky, but it was pretty okay afterwards.
Yeah, Arj with a nice supporting combo countering the Curtis combo. It's going to be keeping the score lead in favor of Italy. 300k and climbing, only a third of the map remaining. I think even if Karochi broke right now, they'd be in a pretty set position. Vesprit and Shadow Monaco trade breaks, not going to amount to anything. As we approach the second hard part. The entirety of Canada is going to need to hold here. And they're also going to have to hope that Karochi breaks. Which is... there is potential for it, as she's not having a fun time with her cursor right now, but I don't think it really matters. Condor breaking, just Curtis remaining. Meanwhile, Arj...
Karochi is
there goes
enough.
Arj.
Oh, Karochi. Can she do it?
Even
He
in the
can!
ending, nice.
Okay. Hits the final wiggle as well. Incredibly good play from Kurochi.
The accuracy drop at the end, not going to stop her carrying Italy. Half of Italy's score on that, just from one player alone. It's going to be a very solid point from Italy on the back of Kurochi. Ours as well, one miss, 97% accuracy.
A tragic S rank from Curtis. The 700k, pretty good score. Just unfortunate that it cannot compare to this FC from Kurochi. The DT3 pick coming out of Canada immediately.
Well, sticking with the DT picks, they did win DT1 quite handily, even when everyone was kind of missing all over the place. I don't imagine that's gonna... if that happens during this, I don't imagine that's going to be very good for Canada, though. If they miss everywhere on this, I feel like Italy has a very strong chance of taking a break point here.
Okay. I was thinking just maybe Italy are just not feeling DT today, and therefore it'll end up being good, but yeah. It's,
The problem with this map is the beginning is pretty much the only part of the map which has speed. The first 200 combo, or well, really the first 50 combo, is basically the only part of the map that has speed. Anything outside of that, even if you're not comfortable at speed, you'd be pretty much fine on. And you can even see Canada. Yeah.
Everyone does the editor method.
We love practicing the first 10 seconds of a map here at 3WC.
I mean, there have been plenty of matches where had to wait for just the whole lobby gets evacuated so everyone can go play it.
We'll see if that makes a difference for Canada. Seems like Italy is content with just staying in the lobby. See how many people actually FC the beginning section. I don't think it's going to matter that much, but it does give about a 100k point advantage if you do FC it compared to when you don't.
We might be in for a bit of a fiesta if there's as many misses as there were on DT1.
So I'm just not going to commentate the first 10 seconds, and you guys can watch it for yourselves.
Oh my god. Well, it's definitely not your fault this time, as the entirety of Better makes. It's very early, though.
And just like that, the practice they did in the first 10 seconds, meaningless.
Yeah, Italy.
And that's the other speed section.
Yeah, never mind.
Yeah, the other speed section, and outside of that, this map is pretty much just a straightforward alt map. So not the end of the world, even with those misses on the side of Italy. Those continued misses are going to matter a lot more, though. But on the side of Canada, not having pretty much any issue with that second speed section, I imagine looking fairly confident in their ability to, okay, just missing on the squares. That actually is kind of massive, as Shadow, Moniko, and Kurochi are holding on to higher combos now. Curtis is the only high combo on the side of Canada as we approach the halfway point of the map.
The combo for Italy on Kurochi with 94 AC.
Oh, the accuracy doesn't matter. It's the combo that does.
It is true. It is true.
The score lead is actually kind of shifting over to Italy right now. 100k point difference, and it's slowly growing in favor of Italy. If Curtis manages to miss here, this score gap is pretty much immediately shifting. Actually, it's just shifting over regardless. Italy is going to be taking the lead right about now. And Curtis is pretty much the only reason Canada's still in this. If Curtis manages to miss here, or if any of the combos on Italy break during this last part, this score lead is volatile and will shift over very fast. But I think everyone is just having a little fun time comboing the ending here, and just like that, This is what I was afraid of.
Oh my god. Beast mode.
This is what I was afraid of. DT3, the hard part in the beginning and nothing else. If you miss on anything else of the map, you die, and Canada died. Solid FC from Kurochi, all things considered, though.
Yeah.
Very good performance on that map. Curtis as well. The beginning doesn't exist. We'll count that as an FC.
That is only an A rank because of 50s, right? I think.
On Kurochi's side, yes.
Yeah, yeah.
The double tap method is in full force. But that is a solid breakpoint from Italy. It's one of the tapping maps gone, and one of the tapping maps that they actually breakpointed. So they have a bit of room to work with here. Hidden 2, going to be the next pick on the side of Italy, keeping with the tech-oriented picks.
I think it's a good idea. There's, how many Jazag maps are there in a pool? There's 3, right? I guess they could just pick the Jazag maps. It looked good the first time. Free mod 2 potentially also an
realize there
option.
were 3 Jazag maps.
Yeah, yeah. It's quite a couple.
That is crazy. Yeah, not much to say about this map. It's tech-oriented, but also kind of flow aim-oriented. A lot of cut streams in this one. A lot of awkward streams at 170 BPM. There's also a bit of finger control involved, especially near the ending, if I'm remembering correctly.
I think a lot easier to be consistent on than the HR2. So I don't know how impactful the Kurochi method will be here, but I don't know, certainly it cannot hurt them. Wait, is cut paper not here? Or
I'd imagine they're probably missing a couple players. I believe prior they said they were missing 2 players
oh no.
going into
Okay.
this. Which is probably why
Not
Italy
aware.
feels confident in picking into hidden to begin with, as
Yeah.
Canada's down their best hidden player. Like, unarguably their best hidden player. The rest of their team is still fine on it, but cut paper, I'm pretty sure literally SS'd like 3 maps prior.
None of them are
prior
cut paper. Cut paper is such a high impact player. I mean, so reliable.
See what happens in any case. We're getting into the first hard part after this little finger control section. We have Condor and Arj trading breaks here early on.
Oh, Kurochi breaking.
Which is unanswered on the side of Canada, as well as Arj breaking again. Canada finally answers with a too slow break there, but Arj answers shortly after. Vesperit is gone. Shadow Modico is just kind of FCing the map.
Yeah, only FC still on the board.
And one of the only combos remaining. Condor has a somewhat solid combo to counteract it, but 200 combo behind. It's pretty much all on Shadow Modico right now. Whether or not he can hold on to this.
Just holding a bit into the next hard part should secure it for Italy. Okay, no breaks on that pattern actually. Yeah, the beginning. of the Ki here, though. Vesprit and Arge breaking.
But no one else having any issues for now. Condor and Kurochi trade breaks there, and I think that's going to just about do it, because, yep, there goes Too Slow. Shadow Modico is gaming.
Damn.
And FC'd the map, because there's not really anything to miss on here unless you screw up the finger control, which doesn't look like that's possible, because he's SSing the ending.
Really clean play by Dem27. Really. Yet again, bit of cursor dance.
I mean, I'd be upset if I missed on that.
Yeah.
Too. That stack is terrible. It's not going to be the end of the world. 2 FCs still remaining on the side of Italy, and Condor did have that relatively early break, so if there's another break on the side of Canada, this will get pretty tense for them. But they're getting through the second hard part, no issue. Meanwhile, Arge is not having a fun time. Condor isn't having a fun time either, but that's not one of the persons they needed to break, especially since Shadow and Arge are breaking as well. So I think this is where the stamina gap kind of comes into play. Curtis does trade it, It's not going to matter, though, because, yeah, the rest of Italy, besides GG, is not having a fun time right now.
Interesting, because GG had the lowest stack initially. I don't know what was up with that, but... yeah, Vesperit's still holding. I imagine it's just a done deal now at this point, as expected.
Yeah, no, the entirety of Canada would have to chain this on the ending for this
Yeah.
to be possible for them. And GG would also have to FC the ending, which is looking kind of likely, all things considered, but... yeah, I don't think they like this map.
Oh, no.
Luckily for them, GG did like it, but doesn't matter when the rest of Canada can play it. Vesperit going to be missing on the end.
God, I
and...
feel terrible for GG. Did their best.
well, the tapping gap is real. Welcome to the tapping game. I imagine that's a point Italy kind of expected to lose regardless.
Yeah.
They did their best though. GG popping off on the ending there. At the very least, Italy can sit down and thank God because tapping is gone, except for DT4, which isn't really tapping as much as it is just dumb.
Yeah, I'd say so. Well, Fremont too, yes, yet again, kind of as expected. Honestly, I was thinking they're just gonna go for the Jazag picks in the pool, and that's exactly what they're doing.
Coincidentally, the Jazag picks all being tech-oriented. This one is a bit of a semi-reading, semi-alt type of deal going on here, combining itself into a tech map. There's a lot of fast sliders in this as well. Not too comfortable to read with hidden, although if you memorize this map when you're trying to play it no mod, you might as well just go hidden at that point. I imagine we'll be seeing double hard rocks from both teams on this, though.
Yeah, I mean, I've come to expect it for every single map, pretty much. It's to the point where I start to wonder if we'll even see hiddens in finals or grands. It's, everyone loves the double HR. But yeah, this map's got some funk to it, but in a cool way. In a good way. And one kind of has to expect Italy to perform well on this again. Maybe we'll see the Arge pop off on this, and every single member of this three-player core of Italy will have had their pop off on a Jazag map.
Gonna be sticking with the same roster from No Mod 2. Actually, the only swap happening is Kurochi for GG. Let's see. Well, Kurochi, obviously, I'm expecting to do well on this, but see how the rest of the team does on this. Shadow might actually go hidden, I imagine, on this. Oh, nope, no mod. Kurochi actually on the hidden. So we are going to be seeing two hiddens, Vesperit and Kurochi, Curtis and Arj on the hard rock, Condor and Shadow Motoko, or Dem, taking the no mod on this. Oh, no one missing on that slider, so good work, everyone. You practiced the map. Right now, lead in favor of Italy, and just off the accuracy. Plenty of map for that to change, though. Only about a third of the way through. Or not even a third, a fourth of the way through. Things don't really start getting intense until around the 400 combo mark, though. Curtis is going to be missing well before that. She's going to be giving a pretty sizable lead here. Okay, there goes Kurochi with a chain miss. As we get into the first hard part here.
Ooh, the Curtis miss hurts a little bit more this time, I think. Still not a massive lead. The Vesprit miss, though, is really going to be impactful here.
Condor, the only FC remaining. Meanwhile, Shadow Modico and Arj holding on strong to their Nomad and Hard Rock FCs, respectively. Only the Nomad is countered. This is going to be a pretty sizable lead advantage for Italy as we get into the second hard part of the map here. No other breaks to speak of so far. Okay, well, there goes Canada. Goodbye.
Well, the Chizag maps are really working out for Italy this match.
Whole combo reset on the side of Canada. Meanwhile, Arj and Shadow Modico. Okay, well, there goes Shadow Modico.
It is unreal.
Oh my god.
Oh, really?
It's not... Okay, well, on the bright side, that doesn't matter at all.
Yeah.
It will start mattering if they keep just, like, cursor dancing, though. But those two breaks are quite possibly the most unfortunate breaks I've ever seen in my life.
My narrative fell apart. I so badly wanted Arch to be the carry on this one, and it was looking like it with the mysterious dem break.
Yeah, Canada just is not having a fun time with this map. It's going to be a solid point for Italy. 4-2 now.
The S on them there with the
probably would have been the S on Arj as well. But,
yeah, did start messing around a little bit.
Very solid team score from Italy all around on that map, though. No one below 500k on that. Meanwhile, Canada, the tapping maps are exhausted now. What do you go for? DT4 and Free Mod 3 are probably the most likely ones I think they'd go for in this.
DT4 is so messed up, though. You can understand maybe some trepidation in the face of that. I don't know. It's just weird with the doubles. Everyone probably, presumably on like 90 AC or something.
We've seen a couple of high AC plays on that map. I believe it's been picked almost every match so far.
Oh, but, it has? Okay.
As far as I know. If I remember correctly, Poland had a very fun time on it. Never mind, I'm hallucinating. France banned it against Poland.
Yeah, I was about to say, because I commentated that match, and I did not see it there.
It was played in the China versus Australia match, though. Crystal and Karumi, I believe. No, Milk Tea. I keep forgetting the... Why do they all have the same name?
I've memorized it at this point. It's
impossible memorization, chat.
It's been it's
harder
been
to
so
memorize
long.
than Flashlight.
They've been so stubborn with that name change that it's managed to stick at this point for me. It's...
Hidden 3 pick on the side of Canada.
Oh, interesting.
Kinda not really vibing with this pick, I'm not gonna lie. I think it is kind of okay, since I don't necessarily think Italy has a strong low AR hidden roster outside of Kurochi.
But they don't have cut paper. It's like,
yeah,
this would be awesome if they had cut paper.
This would be insane if they had cut paper, but
yeah,
Kurochi has the potential to just solo carry this, and that's kinda concerning. So right now, Canada only really has Vesprit, I'd say. I'd be very confident in this type of map.
Is there any chance cut paper showed up just now, and that's why they're picking it? I hope so for Canada, genuinely.
I think it's just going to be the same roster they've been running, Curtis, and I imagine Vesperit. So we might be in for a treat where 2 players can play the map and the rest can't. I could be eating my own words on that. Who knows? I'm just going off based on the previous low AR hidden results. So let's see what happens. As we mentioned, the players to look out for on this. Kurochi, obviously on the side of Italy, and Vesperit on the side of Canada. The rest are going to be trying their best, I imagine.
Let's see if they practiced.
I would hope so, if they picked into this.
Yeah. Especially without cut paper. It's interesting.
This is a very practice-oriented map. There's a lot of direct stacks throughout the entire map and weird rhythms like this one right here. Seems like everyone hit that no problem, so at the very least everyone did practice. It's going to be an early miss from Condor.
Okay,
as we
here
get
we
into
go.
The funny wide-angle jump section. There goes Curtis Condor. Arj trades it. Vesperit is gone, and just like that, wow, Italy has a pretty massive combo lead. Kurochi and them holding on to solid hidden FCs right now.
I do feel like I still have to keep my mouth shut for a bit longer to start making proclamations, but I will admit to already kind of questioning this pick, even if we do see 2 breaks from Italy now on the FCs.
Curtis is the only combo remaining, and even then it's a 150 combo. So it's not really anything substantial to write home about. It is going to matter, all things considered, but Curtis needs to pretty much hold on for the rest of the map, and there goes that.
Yeah, I don't know. You know, it just doesn't really inspire confidence. You got the speed DT player is your combo on the low AR hidden. It's
Here's a funny pattern. Ar's the only person hitting that entire pattern.
That's a lot of breaks. That's well,
I don't think this was a good pick for either of the teams.
Yeah,
honestly.
no, you're right. You are totally right about that.
It is better for Italy. I mean, Italy is not really having that bad of a time. Kurochi and Dem having pretty good accuracy, all things considered. Just having some pretty unfortunate misaims here and there. But yeah, I'm not really sure why Canada picked into this. This feels more like a Hail Mary pick when you have absolutely nothing else, and I'd argue they kind of had a few more maps that I feel like would favor them more than this.
They certainly did. I mean, surely DT4 or Free Mod 3 would have been better. Very hard to imagine it being worse. Yeah, yeah. That's fair.
I don't know. I just don't agree with this personally. But it's going to be Italy going up match point. Bancho not cooperating with us is not going to change that fact at all.
Yeah. Gonna be cruising over the finish line here.
I guess the good news on the side of Canada is that the rest of the maps are somewhat toss-up tier for both the teams. There's not really a strong advantage for either of them. Mid-off. Couldn't have said it better myself.
It's real. Strange. Very strange. That's all there really is to say.
Shadow Motoko and Kurochi having a fun time on that map. Everyone else, not really. Just like that, Italy is up match point now with their next pick. They got, they have Hidden 1 remaining. They got DT4 and Fremod 3 remaining. And DT4, I imagine, is just straight up not going to be picked. If that's how Canada did on the reading map, though,
how about,
no mod 5.
Yeah? I'm feeling it. Why not? Why not go for another Fiesta? If it's going to go in your favor.
I think outside of no mod 5, no mod 4
okay.
would probably be a good pick for Italy.
Free mod 3 is pretty reasonable, I think. I mean, even if it's relatively evenly matched, it's something Italy will look good on, I imagine.
This map is very hard with Hard Rock.
Well,
I'm not even gonna lie. I genuinely would not be surprised to see one or both of these teams pick into easy on this.
Oh, okay.
I actually would not surprise me.
Interesting.
I think out of all the free mods, this is the easiest
no
map
multiplier,
to easy.
Right?
There is multiplier. You get, I believe, 750k. Or around 750k. Maybe 800k. I don't know. It's somewhere in that ballpark if you FC with easy.
Okay, so it might actually be worth it. We'll see if anyone put in the time.
Yeah, if you put in the time to play this with easy, that is a viable strategy on this map.
Who's still saying you put 53 locals for it? Maybe? Maybe it's the easy? I wouldn't know, but...
The only other mods on this, Hidden, you have to deal with AR8 flow aim streams. Hard Rock, this map becomes a 7.8 star map. So, you're not really having a fun time with either mod on this map. We're not going to be seeing the easy strategy come into play here. We're going to be seeing slight overmod on the side of Canada, Hidden Hard Rock on Too Slow, Hard Rocks on Ours, Shadow, and Condor. As I said, this map is not easy, even with no mod, but with Hard Rock, exponentially so.
We'll see if that skill cap kind of pop-off potential for Italy can face up to the challenge of the map then. On the double HR.
So far, no issues for anyone outside of Canada. Vesperate and Too Slow having breaks here as we get into this little funky section. This part in particular with Hard Rock is just brutal. Shadow Motoko and Kurochi going to be dropping combo. A slight lead to Canada, with Condor holding on to the FC and Too Slow as well with the backing combo. It's going to be shifting over in their favor. See how many people hold through this section. There goes Condor, there goes Too Slow. Okay, goodbye everybody. Meanwhile, Arj is
Oh.
now having the pop off of his life.
Arj, don't get too nervous. Okay, he under-aims the jump. Unfortunate. He misses on pretty much nothing, considering the kind of stuff he was just comboing.
Well, Kurochi and Vesprit holding on to the no-mod combos right now. If either of those miss, this could get pretty dicey. Actually, with that Arch miss, this is favoring Canada slightly. It's going to shift over in the very end here, barring any chain misses, which doesn't seem to be happening. There's the chain miss, but no combo on the side of Italy. Vesprit holding on to the no-mod FC, I think at the very end, is going to secure it just barely for Canada here at the end.
Canada stays in it. I mean, just looking at the scores, you can tell this map's kind of hard. It's quite a bit of struggle. Arj dropped so much AC. It's unbelievable. I think out of the corner of my eye, I saw Arj trying to wiggle the end. I'm not entirely sure, but
Oh, Canada now staying in it. They need another break point to get to, at the very least, tiebreaker. Matt pulls winded down here. 3 no mods, 1 of each mod category, and they're going to be going for DT4. Oh boy.
oh boy.
Oh boy.
I just have no idea what to expect. It's I guess act does matter, but it's just, I mean, it really is combo game map. Just hold the combo. Every map is a combo game map, but
If I had to say something on this map in particular, the beginning is probably the hardest part on this. The first minute or so requires very intensive finger control, especially with some of the doubles from 1/3 rhythms. It's very hard to actually combo and act that consistently, much less act actually. But outside of that, it's relatively straightforward rhythm, as long as you're ready for it. Let's see what happens. Canada has been relatively favored on the DTs, losing DT3, but that was because that map isn't really as speed intensive. This map, not really speed intensive, but very much finger control intensive. We'll see how that plays out. Also worth noting, AR 10.3 on this. Most players nowadays can read 10.3, no issue, but that could also be a potential factor.
I think it definitely still has an effect on comfort, if nothing else. I don't know that it's...
And goodbye accuracy.
Oh no. Oh, Canada.
Yeah, the only person having a fun time with that portion of the map is Shadow Motoko or Dem right now. And this is the hard part I was talking about. This is where it just becomes absolutely brutal to act properly and even keep your combo on this. We see Shadow Motoko and Condor dropping. It's going to affect Canada more, as the accuracy lead is not doing them any favors in the slightest. And the combo is really all they got going for them. Too Slow dropping as well. Curtis dropping sometime earlier. And Kurochi is the only remaining combo on either side at this point. The accuracy from Shadow Motoko is keeping things pretty lopsided in favor of Italy for now.
Oh,
okay, goodbye,
no.
Canada.
Goodbye. That is disastrous. With Kurochi still going in the 2 supporting combos, this is really going to get away from Canada very quickly.
And they're going to see that at the break, too. So, not really too much you can do about that. And I think they kind of already resigned themselves to the fate, as everyone on the side of Italy now has a pretty substantial combo. Kurochi holding on to the FC. Shadow Motoko and... Okay, never mind. There goes Arch. But I didn't even have to say his name that time. Oh my god!
What is happening? What? What are these breaks? I cannot believe the entirety of Italy has broken in this section. What is happening?
I'm so upset at myself, man. It's not gonna matter. It's 400k different, and Curtis is the only combo remaining, and he cannot do anything by himself, and his teammates kind of gave up. So...
Yeah, if they were just... I don't know. Maybe there could have been something...
No, there isn't.
I don't know.
There goes Curtis, and just like that, there goes Canada's hope of staying in 3WC. An unfortunate loss for Canada, as they didn't have a lot of their players for quite a majority
Mario,
of the tournament.
you can write the twit longer later. You don't have to do it in match. I don't get it.
Hey man, let the man do what he wants.
Yeah, he's going for style points, I guess. There's nothing left.
But yeah, there goes Canada. We're going to be saying goodbye to them quite early on. Italy, the favorites on paper, if you look at seeding. It's going to be taking this and continuing on in the losers bracket to their next match, which is going to be against Poland, who won against France 6-2 earlier this week. That's going to be happening on Sunday. And I believe that just about does it for us.
That's it for Saturday matches. It's 1 UTC Sunday will be the next match, US versus Indonesia.
Yeah,
and,
the back-to-back, well, not back-to-back, but 1 UTC Sunday for the first winners bracket match. Followed up then by Ukraine versus China at 11 UTC. The next winners bracket match, South Korea versus Hong Kong at 12:45 UTC. Don't ask me why they added that, or did that time, because I don't know. Followed up by, then finally.
I'll say it's, I believe it's SK Hong Kong.
It's Germany versus China.
Yeah, Germany, China at 15, and Poland, Italy at 16. That will be
Ukraine,
our matches.
I forgot, Ukraine out of the tournament. They did not update the sheet.
Yeah. Happens.
Yeah, that's going to do it for us.
Yeah. We'll be seeing our goodbyes for now, but again, we'll be back at 1 UTC. But until then, farewell.
See you guys then.